A lot of WordPress sites are bloated today due to having unnecessary plugins installed on the website. Now, if you go to your WordPress website right now, there's a high probability chance that you have around 10 to 15 plugins installed in your website. And if care is not taken, most of these plugins you have on your website, maybe like 5 of them, or maybe like 6, 7 could be solved with just one plugin. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you one of my top 3 plugins I usually install each time I have a new project I'm working on WordPress. And this plugin, it has more than 20 features for you that you can use to replace most of the plugins you currently have right now. And I'm going to show you that in the next few minutes. Okay, so when you come on my dashboard, all you need to do is head over to where we have plugins and click on add the plugin, and then come here and you search for ASC. So ASC is basically a plugin that helps you with admin and site enhancement purposes. Okay, right now you can see I have it installed, it's active. And if you don't have it installed, the next thing you're going to see here is install now. Okay, now my name is Emeaba, and in the past 10 years I've been building websites online. I've done website on e-commerce, I've built website on businesses, fintech, and I've also worked with SaaS companies literally. And what I do on this channel is to share simple guides on how you can leverage WordPress, how you can leverage website contents and do marketing for yourself. And in this video, I'm going to show you just that one simple plugin that you can use to replace most of the plugins you currently have on your website right now. If you have a slow website and you're trying to figure out what the issue is, the issue could be that you have so many plugins that are useless. Sorry to say, but this particular plugin is going to fix all of those problems. All right, let's head over to my screen. Okay, when you come back here, you see we have admin and site enhancement. So what you want to do basically is to head over to plugins. That is after you have it installed. You go to plugins, and here you see a section that says configure. So you click on configure here. It takes you to a simple dashboard where you can do all of the adjustments. So right here you see we have content management, we have admin interface, login and logout, custom code, disable components, security optimization, and utilities. Now let's walk through these one after the other so you get to understand how awesome this particular plugin is, and you can go on to use it to replace most of the plugins you currently have on your website right now. Now when you come here, you can see content duplication. So as someone who builds website or who builds like pages and funnels for people, now you've come across a particular project where you did a particular design, and then you want that design to you want it for another page as well. So let's say you're building product pages, and then you want talking about like the features your website has, and you want to leverage on that same design you have on another page. You can simply do that. There are a lot of plugins where you need to like install, and then what they do is just help you with content duplication. But for this particular one, what you need to do is to just come here and toggle this on. So with this, you can duplicate pages, posts, and custom posts. When you click on expand, you can see this edit screen and list view. So what you want to do here is to just click on save changes. Okay, once you do that, what's going to happen is when you go to like pages, for instance, let me show you. When you come here and refresh this particular page, you're going to see that we have here edit, quick edit, trash, preview, and duplicate. So once you hit on this duplicate, what happens is it's going to duplicate this page, and then you can go on to, let me just save it as duplicate and head back to all pages. Okay, so you can see that now we currently have 2 pages here. We have the sample page, then we have the sample page duplicate. So you can go ahead to duplicate any page you want. Maybe you have a particular design, you want to adjust it. Maybe you want to like tweak a little stuff, or you just want to like use it the way it is, or for another product altogether. You can do just that using this. Now heading over here, now we have this content duplication. You have content order. You can use it as well. You have media replacement. Easily replace any type of media file with a new name while returning the existing media ID. Publish it and find them. So you're trying to replace an image you currently have on your website, but you don't want to have like a broken link. You can just toggle this on, and then it's going to help you do that. Now the next thing we have here is SVG upload. Now before I discovered this plugin, I used to have a plugin that I install that helps me handle SVG uploads. Most people who install WordPress, when you're trying to maybe upload an SVG, maybe for your logo or images for the first time, it will usually turn up an error telling you that you are not allowed to install this particular media file on your website. All you need to do is to just come right here and just toggle this SVG on. Once you do that and click on save and save your changes, whenever you're trying to upload an SVG file, it's going to go through without throwing that particular error. Now the next thing you have here is AVIF file. You can do the same thing here. Allow custom navigation, auto publish posts with mixed schedule, you can do that. Then when you come under admin interface, so this one, you can clean up your admin bar. All right. So when you come here, you can see on my screen right there, when you hover here, you can see there's a WordPress logo here. Okay. So when you click on this, remove various admin elements, you can remove this particular logo you see at the top right here. I don't like it. So let me just show you how it is. Right now, you can see this logo is here. So if I save these changes, and you're going to see that that logo is going to disappear right now. See, it's no longer here again. Okay. You come here, you can remove home icon. This icon you see, if you want to remove it, you can remove home icon. Let me save changes again. Once I do that, you see that this home icon is gone as well. All right, so you can go on to do other things you want, customize menu, updates, and all of those things. Now, another thing is hide admin notices. So when you come on your WordPress dashboard, you install a plugin, you can see like the notifications and all of those things. You want to like hide them totally. This plugin allows you to do that. There are lots of plugins that can help you handle all these things you are seeing here, but it's just too much. Why do you have to install 15, 10 plugins when you could just do it with one single plugin? You can come here and do that. You want to hide admin bar, just go through all of these things and see the things you can do here. Now you have login and logout. So now this particular one, WordPress has like a default admin URL, which is site name /WP minus admin or site name /WP minus login.php. So when you come here, you can change it to backend, or you can change it access end, or anything at all that you can do. Now, the reason you're going to do this is that most people try to hack WordPress website, and when you have the default admin login, it could make your site vulnerable, and you don't want that to happen. So what you need to do is to come here and change this to a particular, term you want that will be very difficult for people to guess. It's going to do that for you. Now, you can also restrict your login, to maybe just ID or just email address or just username. You can do that right here. Site identity on login page. Now on login page, you usually see like a WordPress logo on the login page. Let's say you want to replace that with like maybe your site's logo or something. You can just do that by toggling this on, and then you head over to general, or you head over to your customizer and upload your fav icon there, and then it's going to replace that. Okay, you can do most of these things here. Now you come here, we have custom code. Okay, so you want to like add like custom CSS. Usually you would want to go to your site's customizer to do this, but instead of having to go to customizer to do this, you can just come here, toggle this on, and then add any CSS you want on the website, and it's going to appear globally. You can just add this right here, custom front end CSS. You can do that as well here. Maybe you're trying to set up Google Analytics, you're trying to set up Google AdSense, you're trying to set up Facebook pixel code, and then you are being required to install the code in your site's header or footer or your body. You can do that by toggling this on. Then you click on expand, and then you can see you can insert header codes here, you can insert body, you can insert the footer section as well. Now most of these features has like a plugin that has been built or designed for each and every one of them. But why do you have to 10 or 15 plugins when just this one can do it? This is not a promotional video. This is just me, sharing a plugin that I've enjoyed using the past few years. This is something I've since I discovered ASC, I've been using it, and trust me, these features you are seeing here are available on the free version. Now imagine what the pro version can do for you. All right. Now that is it for this one. You could scroll down, enable body class, manage ads.txt. Especially those that have like AdSense. You have AdSense, and then they're telling you that your ads.txt robot is missing. You can just come here and fix all of that. Now under disable components, here you can disable Gutenberg, you can disable comments. Maybe you don't want comment on your website, you just want to post your content, you can just come here and disable comment, right? You can disable REST API, you can disable feeds, you can disable all updates. I don't think you should do that, but you can disable all updates. It has like several features that you can explore here. Then under security, you can limit login attempts. Okay, you can limit login attempts. You can even prevent by IP address. You want to like make sure that your site is well secured and all of that. You can do it using this one plugin. Okay, now you can do this as well. Email, you can do this as well. So that a bunch of features that you can do here. And the good thing about it is that you can see that there is a text here. Okay, you can see this one prevents your site from brute force attack, DDoS attack, and all of that. You can disable all those things here, right? When you come over to optimization, you come here, you can, your image upload control, you can resize. If you want to like resize images automatically, you can come right here and do that. Every image you upload is going to like be, resized, all right? So revision control, heartbeat control. Then under utilities, email delivery, multi-user roles, view admin as role, password protection. Maybe you have a website and then you want to like password this, you need people to put in the password for them to access it. You don't need to build a custom functionality for this. You don't need to like, install an extra plugin to achieve. I can just come right here, put a password, and what happens is when people try to visit your website, it requires them to input a password, and the moment they do that, they'll get access to your website. I don't know why you would want to do this, but then, I mean, it's a feature that this plugin has. All right. Now, maintenance mode. Currently, I'm using this one. I use this one a lot, especially when I'm building a website and I don't want people to actually see what I'm doing, or maybe just to maintain decorum. So what I do is I come here and then I toggle this on. Okay. So what this does for you is it allows you to build your website without an extra or third party getting access to seeing what you're doing. Don't worry, when you toggle this on, you can do anything and nobody's going to see what you're doing at the back end. Nobody's going to see those messy back end designs. All right. Try it out. Okay, so you can do that here. Then this one is, I love this one as a redirect 404 to homepage. So a lot of maybe you're writing blog posts, you have like your pages, and then you may not really know broken links on your website, maybe because you've not discovered them yet, or you have like lots of articles and interlinks, and then you just want to make sure that people are not bouncing off your website, and you just want to like have them on your website as well. You can utilize this particular feature you see here, this 404 homepage. So what this will do for you is when you toggle this on, every 404 error page takes them to the homepage. I love this feature as well. You can disable system summary, you can disable search engine visibility. This plugin actually has a lot. If I go on to explain this one after the other and how you can leverage on it, this video could be more than an hour, and I don't want that. So what I want you to do is go right now, go to your dashboard and install this plugin and explore and enjoy. If you want to get access to the pro plugin as well, you can do that. But trust me, the free does a lot of work for you. All right, now let me know if this is the plugin you'll be trying out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.